Well, should we?
We should get started, yes. So the first item on the agenda was, I emailed everybody the minutes for review. Did anybody have any edits on those? Okay, so by consensus, we're okay with those? And without further ado, I'm going to hand this off to LED, Affinity LED. Kelly.
Well, my name's Kelly. I work for Affinity LED. We're a company out of Dover, New Hampshire in the old mill building. We're a small, big company. So, we do LED lighting. We do street lights, we do town buildings, we do police department, fire department, municipality. We give free audits and we do free proposals. So we go around to each building, we'll count every light, we put together an energy model. We submit it to the utility companies to find out how much incentives we can get to pay for the project. Usually, most of the time, with their savings, it pays for the whole project. So you hold your electric bill where it is, it's gonna be underspent, and at the end of the year, you use that savings to pay for the project. Our lights are smart lights, and what I mean by that, they're dimmable. So when we do schools, a lot of the schools, if you go into the schools now, they have all the sheets over the lights, which they're not supposed to, but they do.
Yeah, fiery time.
Right.
But.
So our lights are dimmable, so the teachers really enjoy that. The lights, to a child that has like ADHD, they're very prone to like flicker in LED lights. Our lights do not have any flicker in them, so it helps the kids in class. There are also smart lights, so any lights that are near a window, they will dim down. You won't even notice it to the eye, but it's dimming down and it's actually saving more money because of them dimming down. Our company is, all our production are all US veterans that build the product. We build all our lights per job. I brought some flyers. There's a few flyers on a couple of the different types of, a little more information about us.
Thanks.
Correct.
Thank you.
Just enough.
You did, yeah.
We have the longest warranty in the industry. We have 8 years. We build them so we know they're better. That's why we give the longer warranty.
You're based in Dover, I wanted to.
We are based in Dover. We've done many towns in this area.
Based on the lights, the bulbs are made by,
They're not bulbs. They're
Well-
like a light strip,
okay,
pretty much.
so that they're made exclusively by your company?
Yes.
So when it comes time to replace them, there isn't a commercial?
Nope. You come right directly to us. We're one phone call away. We have service people out on the road 24/7. So if any lights ever broke or weren't working, someone would be here the next day to fix it.
I guess when I say bulb, like, so say your company isn't here in 5 years, right?
Correct.
Is there another replacement strip or something that is available commercially?
The lights would be compatible with another LED type light. So if you did have to replace a light, it's not gonna affect the setup of the room.
You do the strips, is it like a 2-prong inside of a plastic sheet?
I believe, I
Yeah.
don't know that much about how they're built.
Was it built?
Yeah.
It's something we get into further on down the road.
Yep. What else?
You guys targeting specific color temperature?
There are adjustments on this, the lights. There's different wattages. We set them at the lowest wattage, and then from there, we trim them down. Our lights put out the most lumens per watt in the design light consortium in the industry. We're at 160, and we're actually going up to 175.
Yeah, I was asking about color temperature.
Like the yellow color versus the white color.
See anything in here about color temperature?
There is,
Are they adjustable color?
they are, it's very mild. It's basically not as bright, like these would be actually too bright. The color, I don't know about the color.
It's also referred to as temperature.
Yeah, the temperature, I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Certainly want to know that.
Are you looking for a specific color or, I know there's a lot of old LEDs and they tend to be more of like a pinky color.
Yeah, well, it's a question of whether you guys are targeting incandescent color or daylight color or
It's,
full north sky color, is it 2800, 5000, 6500? That's just something I'd like to know.
Right. I can find that
And
out.
what was
for
the
you.
other question that you had, Joe?
Just whether or not, with the LED lighting, if it was just able to be compatible to like a two-prong fixture, like if they came in, say for instance, at the school, we were getting ready, because we have 3 lights in each fixture. So
3 bulbs.
3 bulbs
Yep.
in each fixture. So all of those are 3 two-prongs. So would that be something that you guys could just retrofit that, or is
We
that something?
would retrofit that.
So when you do retrofit that, it would be the 2 prongs with plastic sheeting on it. They
So
could
you're
take
using
for
the
different
same
lumens.
fixture and just
We're
putting
using
in an
this-
LED bulb instead?
We're not
Use
putting
that.
in, it's a integrated fixture,
Okay.
and so we just take out they cut out the old driver, hook up there's a quick connect in there. So any electrician, or even not an electrician, can replace the light if it were ever to fail.
So that's another thing, then this is further on down the road. So a lot of our lights are driven by ballasts still.
Yes.
So that's just not a quick unplug and plug.
No, we have electricians that will come in and they retrofit every
So that would be a
light.
whole.
Yeah. I was just
So
thinking-
is the school all 4-foot fluorescents? Is that what it is?
Pretty-
2x4s.
Yeah, everything's 2x4 pretty much everywhere. We do have some cans and stuff like that. But everything is LED right now, but it's been retrofitted.
Okay.
By us. So,
Okay.
So we're replacing LED retrofit lights from starting in 2019, and we're still getting quite a bit of savings on our smart
Yeah,
lights.
because the technology is just advancing
It's
so
changing,
fast that
yeah.
we can't keep up.
No,
Unless you have the
the
money.
other thing is no more replacing of bulbs, no more paying to dispose of the bulbs. All that man time, ladder time, all goes away.
And what's the life expectancy on your lights?
We have them rated right now over 20 years.
That would probably be sort of,
It's probably because they're so underdriven.
yeah. You have the 8-year warranty and you rate them for 20 years.
Yeah.
Do you sell to electricians?
That is one of the things we are going to start doing. We haven't really done that, but it is something they're looking at moving ahead on. We've done all the Dover school system. We've done every school in Dover. We've done every school in Rochester.
Do you guys know Dave Toddy? Does anybody know Dave
Yeah.
Toddy?
Yeah.
He was your position in the Rochester schools with
Right.
Infinity, did that, and he spoke very highly of him, just for what it's worth.
He's on Oyster River now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in Oyster River now.
Yeah,
A lot of them
he's a
switched.
wealth of knowledge. That
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
We just, finished the Chester Academy. We're starting Fremont Ellis School. We've done, Booth Bay, a lot of schools up in Maine, Bethel, Maine, their Bethel school system, Hinsdale. You name it, we're pretty much there. Today, we were up in, Canterbury, and we're gonna actually go in and audit their school. They saw us for their town rec building. And now they want us to come over and give them a free audit. It doesn't hurt, and that's the thing, it's like, it doesn't cost anything for us to come in and do the audit. It doesn't cost anything for the proposal, and you get a chance to look to see how much your school or town building can actually save money. And that's what we try to do. And then you can make the decision. Usually it's paid off. We can go for a municipal lease purchase that's done all the time. That it's no cost to the taxpayers, no cost to the school or the town,
And no warrant article.
and no warrant article.
The lease purchase, we can't get into a lease purchase without the town's approval.
Yeah, we don't need a warrant article, right? That's probably
I
a
believe you do.
select board issue for them.
The selectmen, I don't know if the selectmen can get into a lease without the town's people saying you can.
They can, it depends on the town. Some towns just want the warrant article, but they can do it without it.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for years and years and years.
If I was a selectman in Stratford and we did not get into any leases, because it encumbers the town down the road, and if the town turns around and says the next year, we aren't gonna pay for this, then you gotta rip everything out.
Well, this is because it's your electrical. You can't deny a town their electrical budget, correct?
You can deny them anything.
Well, so it seems like the right approach here is to kind of look at all the buildings and show us some fixtures so you know what you're getting.
Yeah, we need to see what we're looking at and
Yeah, I've only got one building that is an LED already, so,
So it's mostly
yeah.
your stuff.
I mean, I'm all LED already, I'm just
Are you
29.
Eversource?
I'm 2019.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Eversource gives incentives for LED to LED.
Mhm.
So that's a positive with LED. Right now, Eversource has a lot of money they're trying to spend at the end of the year.
What was the term there? It was the municipal lease,
Purchase.
municipal lease purchase. I'll just ask Connor. But
Yeah.
my understanding was that because you're basically saying there's an electric bill due, it was $100 a year, now it's $80 a year, so $20 of it is gonna be directed into this municipal lease, but there's no change in what is flowing out for cash.
Correct.
I'm certainly not gonna hold myself out as an expert, but that was my understanding of the way that worked, and that was okay without a warrant article.
Do you have financial stats for Rochester and Dover that shows the savings or
We
projected
have
savings?
testimonials. You can call any of the schools that we've done. Dave Toddy's one actually who did a testimonial for us. You can call, I can give you a list of all the people that wrote testimonials.
So, with the school system, we've just done a whole assessment of all of our buildings. And do you guys work with companies, like we've we have a consulting company, Energy Management, LLC. And we're in the process of with them doing all of our overview of everything. We're looking for a long-range capital improvement plan. What my goal is 10 years when we're all able to retire, hopefully, and move on. Don't think it's gonna happen, but I like to leave the next guy lined up, ready to go, so he can just open up the book and say, oh, this was done here, that was done there. There's a capital improvement plan, so moving forward, everybody knows what's going on. So that's where I'm at with this right now, with this assessment of all of our buildings. Looking at future projects, looking at equipment, we've done everything from soup to nuts. So just a heads up for you, our lighting's been in there already.
Mhm.
But there's nothing to say that we can't if we're gonna go ahead and grab that as a savings to fund that project down the road, that you guys could be the contractor on that lighting project. So if there's something like that, that works in there, so, and I have no problem with you guys coming in and doing another audit for us. I just want to be upfront and let you know that that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
I've been working on that I've been with the district for 3 years and I've been working on that for 3 years now. We just got all the paperwork, so all of the paperwork is in our assessments been done. So just an FYI for you.
So this building is only, what, a couple of years old?
3 years old.
3 years old, has obviously LEDs in it, and the library is, 2 months old, and both have solar power, so those two probably don't make sense. The rest of the buildings, it seems like it would be helpful to just get the audit done, right? I mean, that's.
I would say, I know there's LED already.
We can combine all the buildings and put it in one proposal and we'll break it down per building. So you'll see what each building is gonna save annually.
So will you be able to tell us what model LED they got and what the cost difference is between those two? I mean, you must have to know what those use.
We would, when we do our audit, we walk through
Yeah.
and we take note of every single light, every fixture, every closet, every room. We look at to see what wattages you have in there. We take your electric bill.
Yep.
We worked with Eversource and we built this whole program. And we input all the information that we see, what's existing and what we're proposing, and with your electrical bill, what you'd be saving. That's how it calculates.
Something to look at for sure.
Certainly, it doesn't cost you anything. We're gonna be starting all of Center Conway, all their schools. We're gonna be starting there. We just did the Claremont school system, even though they had some issues, but we probably helped save them some money. But yeah, we're probably,
What else? What other buildings? What have you got?
Town hall, library we talked about. Rec department's LED, all three of those are LED. Safety building, public safety building's LED. Yeah,
But how old are those LEDs?
well, certainly, like, these two are new.
Yep,
The
but
library
the public
and
safety,
the rec building will be new, other
Yeah.
than gymnasium. Public safety is certainly old by years.
okay, so that's.
And then the highway garage is not LED.
You said,
And
except the
transfer
gymnasium, did they not replacing those vapor lights?
The gymnasium inside's LED,
What is?
inside is, yeah, on,
Vapor lights.
motion.
Okay.
But outside area there is mercury vapor, the outside parking lot lights that Eversource
The Lowe's.
owns.
Yeah, we talked about those.
Yes,
Those
Parking
are-
lots.
yeah, they're expensive.
And the public safety building is slated to get renovated at some point, or they're hoping.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
hoping, I wouldn't say slated.
10 years for a
I mean,
library,
but-
remember, 10 years for a library.
But I mean, if we put your lights in this building and then we're going to gut and renovate a building, we're already under contract for you to pay that out. Like, so what happens if we put it in a building and 2-3 years later, there's a warrant and they pass to renovate the building and have to tear everything out, but it hasn't been paid off.
that'd be our problem.
Well, I think getting the just getting the information,
Yeah.
and then like, what
Yeah.
if the time horizon is 3 years, it's sort of like, who cares? If there's no way, I mean, we couldn't even pass a warrant article to get a study done on that building, so. I think, yeah, if the time horizon's short, it's probably worth pursuing, and if it's 20 years, then it probably isn't.
We just do everything we can to squeeze the sponge to save the town's money. There's many times we've gone and done audits in schools, and I use that for an example, on a Monday morning. And someone's taken us around room to room, and do you know how many times they've opened their door and the light's been on all weekend long? No one else has been in the building and they just forget to turn the lights on. We can set timers so the light goes off within a minute after the door shuts. Classrooms, they have scenes, our lights, you just go over, hit a button, and if the teacher has a whiteboard, all the lights in front of the whiteboard will go off and the rest of the room will go down to like 30%. So the kids still stay focused, but they can actually see the whiteboard. And if you ever want, we can set up a tour if you want to go into one of the schools and see the lights. We can do that as well.
I did look up some of the stuff and, like I said, I'm at where I'm at right now, but I'd love for you guys to come over and just look and see what we got.
Yeah.
It's all public information, so
What size school is it? Is it K through
I have 4 buildings altogether.
4?
The middle school is 114,000 square feet, 2 floors.
Yeah.
Gymnasium, band room, chorus room, cafeteria. Then we have our elementary school with gymnasium, cafeteria. That's 47,000 square feet.
So we did every school in Dover except the Dover High School because it was being built.
Yeah.
Every light in that high school is failing. They have us right now, we're re-auditing the high school and gonna go in, give them a presentation to see what we can save them on a school that was built in 2019. And if you walk through that school, you'd be shocked how many lights are not working.
Well, so what do we have to do then?
If you just want to tell me what buildings, I can either get in touch with somebody and we can set up an
So,
appointment
Do
to
you
come
guys
in.
want to start with the schools and just have them go through me, and then when we get in?
Well, there's not much left in his plate, so yeah.
But I do think maybe those mercury vapor lights should be looked at.
Yes.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the
They are
outdoor lights at the rec
Eversource-
center.
Eversource responsibility, but
Build for those separately?
we bill for those separately. They each on a meter.
okay, so then I guess you just need their contact info, is that correct?
Yeah, did Affinity replace your streetlights here in
Affinity?
We don't,
us?
we don't.
have any.
You don't have any streetlights?
No.
Okay.
We're in the dark.
I live in Chester, we had like 5, we replaced. And from Chester, and I started working at Affinity, and I'm just seeing all the savings the towns were getting. So I went to my people in my town and said, listen, I wouldn't come to you, I'm a taxpayer. I want to save money. Our taxes are high. How can we save money? Can we have them come in and just do an audit? Cost anything? They said, certainly. Next, we got their town buildings, we got the salt shed, we got the transfer station, we got the school, and there's more to go, and they're saving quite a bit.
Does each one of those lights have a meter?
They are on the rec building meter, but they're all separate on the bill. Each light is separate.
We do street
If they own
lights
them, right?
Yeah,
and we do lights, so parking lot lights, street lights, we can come in and take those off so you can own them.
That's,
yeah,
Yeah, and get rid of the mercury vapor, you don't want that.
yeah.
We do all the disposal, we give a certificate that we've had it disposed properly.
and there aren't that many lights at the transfer station, are there? Those,
Well, they're on the building. I don't think there's any, well, the highway department has outside lights over the plows.
well, so I suppose it makes sense, they might as well just look, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I
Okay, so we
guess,
just need to exchange, contact info.
yeah, I guess you guys can
Thank you.
work it out.
Yeah,
So I'll be in touch with you and I'll give you some dates that work. We just
Okay,
need
great.
someone that has a set of
Yeah,
keys that can get around to each and every
I don't
room.
think I have one with me.
You said there's 4 schools?
3 schools and an SAU office.
Okay.
And we'll have to schedule that
Keep it native.
kind of when in between no kids, because
Yeah.
we really can't interrupt.
Um,
Time.
I don't get cards out much.
We can do, a lot of schools, if we're in a school, we're walking around, if you guys head into a classroom, it's not even a minute. Just to see what light you have in there, and we're out and on to the next classroom. But we can start at like 2:30, 3:00. We can easily do that.
Okay.
Sometimes on a school vacation, if someone's
Yep.
there at school, we can also do that as well.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll get some type of schedule together.
Okay, great.
But generally by looking at fixtures, just you can kind of gauge, you know what the wattage would be in fixtures.
They're pretty much all the same.
Yep.
Either 2x2, 2x4, 3 lamp, 4 lamp. The school, the building we did today, there was a lot of 3 lamps, 2x4s, 3 lamps, 2x2s, with a lot of lights out. And you're still being charged, even though the lights are out, you're still being charged. A lot of people didn't know that.
They like to just take and spin out the middle one and just leave it laying in the.
Yeah, I think it'll dim it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So having the capability to being able to dim is a big.
We have
for school.
dimmers in this building.
Do you?
Yeah.
So
Well,
you can
makes a
also
big
tell
difference.
in your setting where you have LED existing, the wattage of those.
They're all the same. You just pop open one of them and it's like a PA bulb.
Yeah.
It's 22 watts.
Yeah.
And there's 30 of them in a classroom.
Gotcha.
So then you just take your wattage.
Well, that's one of the things you won't have to worry about buying bulbs any longer. Pretty soon you won't be able to, but
Yeah, like we don't have T8, so it was just an example. I mean, our LEDs are probably, I think they're 3 watts, something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that goes into saying too, like one of those lights is not even in there, so it's actually only 6 watts you're using.
Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
you're welcome. I wish my boss was there because it's his company and his business and he knows all more of the technical aspect of it.
Well, I'll clarify the municipal lease purchase.
It's
Information.
Renee and Robin, they're out of Vermont. They work with, a lot of towns use Drummond and Drummond. Does that
Okay.
sound familiar?
No, but
Okay.
no reason it would to me. And I'll ask Steve about the color of the fixtures as well.
Correct. I had that down as well.
And then Jim, should I relay your email to Kelly or?
I'll give her a card.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you all and have a great night.
Tim.
You guys like anything else from me? I mean, don't mind hanging
If
around.
you just don't mind letting us know when you've made an agreement to meet or whatever, just so I know what the timeline is.
Yeah, I have your email, so I can just email you that and let
Thank
you
you.
know what everything is. And if anybody wants to do a walkthrough with us, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, if I can make it, I will.
Yeah.
I love to nerd around about that kind of
We
stuff.
toured the middle school in Durham.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
pretty-
yeah. Well, the budget for that
I
was a
would
bit.
love to take
bigger.
that thing and just go, stop.
Yeah.
But
That was quite the spectacle.
yeah, I saw that when they first got that done. Jim Reese did it over there, and it's phenomenal now. Jim being Dave being over there, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for
Yeah.
joining. Thanks for being here.
yeah, no.
If there's anything we can help you with,
Yeah,
we'd love to
appreciate
get
it.
involved.
Yeah, no, it's great.
We'll be looking for the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it too. I mean, just so you guys know, with this company that I'm working with right now, in this consulting type aspect of it, our boiler system over at the middle school is oil fired, and the HP Smiths are at the end of their life. You can't even get parts for those anymore. So that's where I kind of wanted to start this going. And our generator over there right now is defunct. So it's 26 years old. The software upgrade for that generator itself is $36,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
For a software upgrade. Then on top of that, we ended up getting a leak in the fuel tank.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's a double wall tank, so it only made it to the second wall. So the state came in and said, you're done. If you drain it down to 1 inch, temporary closure, you know. the motor's good in it, but the rest of it's not.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we had a sensor gauge that I had to get from the UK. Took me 4.5 months to find it. So
How big is the generator?
it's 700 kW. It's enough to run the town. So we're looking at replacement because it's an emergency shelter, so that's why we're going through Homeland Security. Connor had to sign off on it because it's the town's entity because of being an emergency shelter. So we're in the process of that. So being the conservation commission here, I'd like to be able to get away from the fossil fuels.
Yep.
If possible. I was telling Jack that the tank in the ground is 24 years old.
Yeah.
And it's a 12,000 gallon oil tank. So if we start to have things seeping and gaskets going, you know how that all goes.
It's a bit messy.
Yeah, you know, and that's
I
our
hope
main,
it's under the playground.
it's under the driveway over there.
Okay.
But, you know, so that's just kind of where we're headed with things.
Yeah.
You know, to get the ball rolling here. So our lighting fixtures are gonna be a big part of the savings.
Yeah.
To be able to start this first project, which if this is the company to go with, great.
Yeah.
She's the person who answers the phone for the first few times, and I was like, oh God, lady. And then I got to talk to guy who owns the thing, and I was,
A little bit more impressed.
yeah.
So, hey, it's great. So,
But before all the grants were drying up, this committee had talked a lot about hoping that the school system might consider solar and stuff, roofs.
so we have looked into that. Solar at the elementary school is a no-go on that.
Yeah, the roof's weird.
Yeah, the truss system in that is not good. The only thing is the middle school, if we decide to go with a solar system on the roof over there, you're looking at a roof that's 24 years old.
Yeah,
It's a rubber, and that's a rubber membrane. So in this project part that we're looking at, have you guys heard of the silicone roofing that they do now?
No.
Yeah, so if you Google up silicone roofing, what they do is use the rubber membrane that's already there. And what they do is they come in and they silicone right over everything that's there. So it's quarter of the price of a new roof. And they'll also do a heat shield, so they'll tell you where that insulation is.
Good.
They'll heat test it. So you fix the insulation first, patch what's there, then silicone everything. It's quarter of the price. So a new roof at the middle school, just for rough numbers, say is 1.5 million.
Wow.
This year's about 350 to
It's not the
450,000.
library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's, and it's a 20-year product. So we can do that roof twice, get another 40 years out of it before we're looking at replacement. On those types of things. So that's the things that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I know the ground mounts at the library have also produced a lot of
Yeah,
energy.
it would depend, so ground mounts are an option if there's south facing, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's sort of trees all around the school, so I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure where they
So
are.
the other thing that's going on right now with solar too is that there's not enough room on the grid to let them buy it back. If you've heard that
That's
yet.
not an issue here. So what would happen in your building is, because your operation hours coincides with the solar production, is the building's gonna suck up all of it. I mean, you might generate little credits, but there's no issue with the utilities suppressing new solar installations. It's not. I mean, they won't let you put in a 10 megawatt project, but
Okay.
you could put in a 400 or 500 on that school easily. I mean, we're doing a 300 on Deerfield right now.
No problem.
Yeah, they care.
Oh.
It's just, most people just.
And honestly, the solar is not my forte.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
Well, you've got your hands full with
yeah.
You got enough
buried
product.
oil
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think, let's definitely just stay in contact and
Yeah.
let us know what your needs
Absolutely.
are, so if we can help.
And if you guys ever have any questions, just feel free to reach out. I'm all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, me and Jim are always on the road waving to each other
Yeah.
between
Hey
buildings.
buddy,
Yeah.
hey buddy, how's your building?
Yeah.
And you guys are on the poverty plains as well, savings, right?
Yes,
So should be getting savings out of the poverty plains.
$20,000, I think.
I think it is something like that. Yeah.
So you're using some solar.
I mean, it's somebody else's solar, but yeah.
Something.
Yeah. So,
Great.
yeah.
Better than a kick in the pants, as my dad used to say.
There you go. All right, well, thanks for having me
thanks for
tonight.
coming
Nice meeting
over.
everybody, and we'll be
Nice
in
to
touch.
meet you.
Thanks, Jim.
See you later.
Probably talk to you tomorrow.
No,
Oh, no, not tomorrow, you're not working. Some of those, figure that out.
Yeah?
Take care, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming by.
It's great to have someone from the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
First.
and honestly, all I do is that. So, I mean,
Yep.
guess whatever.
Place to start.
He seems really interested too.
Yeah, that's good.
I have a few, membership updates. I think everybody knows Roger Gingrich. I'm hoping to lure him into an alternate position.
I'm not gonna let him leave the building until he reaches the. Really.
And I asked a couple other people, Julia was too busy, Dundorf. Sheldon was a maybe, but I think more a no. But I did find another person, Paul Nuzzi, unfortunately he's out of town tonight, so he couldn't make our meeting. He is a PhD in the biotech industry. He's also married to my sister. They live on Beauty Hill Road. And anyway, he is, there's an application process he'll be delighted to hear. Yeah, no, it's actually a multi-step application process, but it's really just a procedural thing. Did anybody have any other, if we were able to get Paul and Roger, I think we'd be fully.
Yeah.
We're down to number right now.
I reached out to Toby tonight, texted him,
Oh,
haven't heard
great.
back yet.
Okay. Are there any other potential candidates that? Okay. Well, if things go to plan, I guess we'll be fully staffed, so to speak. And if not, I'll ask Tiffany to maybe put a posting on the town Facebook page, looking for people who are interested. I think I post that with a mission so that, candidates interested who feel they can be aligned with this message would like to meet you. The next item is the CPACER program. I sent you guys a link to the video of the presentation. Were you able to access that?
Honestly, I haven't had time to get to that. But this is the next step from the original CPACE program, which was green financing at the town level.
Yeah, so what CPACER is it's a tool that allows commercial developers, not municipal, and not like a homeowner, but commercial developers to apply for loans that they probably wouldn't get otherwise for energy improvements in a building or a new construction too, could be for that as well. And some of the features of the loan are that it's transferable. So if the return on investment timeline is say 12 years and the developer says, I don't know that I'm gonna own this for 12 years, that's not a problem. It can transfer with the building itself. And it sounded like the terms of the loans were less, you didn't have to have as much cash up front essentially, so it was a little easier to get financing for these things. In some towns, a warrant article is required to allow the town to utilize, or the town commercial projects to use this. And I'm not clear on why, honestly, I don't understand that.
Well, there's a component of not a loan guarantee, but loan support from the town or something, isn't there?
I know it was touted as no risk to the town and the financing's coming from, not from the town itself, but there was, I'm gonna be honest, I don't quite understand that, so that's a question I need to
I'll
find.
go back to that again.
I mean, I think generally, things get enabled at the state level, but the towns have to approve it to
Yeah, so this,
forward. So
and the state
we're
may,
eligible, but we need to, do the.
so it says, what the presenter said was, the state said, yes, you can use this program. I don't even know why the state had to say that, but anyway. But towns have to give permission, and depending on your town structure, it might just be the select board says yes, or it might be a warrant article. The legislature is apparently looking at legislation that will make it so that no matter where you are, you just, only the select board approval is required.
If we were to do a warrant article, we'd need to move fairly soon, right?
Correct.
January, so.
So I did send the agenda out
Mine.
2 weeks. I don't even think I have my keys on.
I know.
I think my keys are in my car.
I haven't touched my keys. So one slash.
Oh, it's definitely not my, that's a
Was that
truck.
Down there.
Yeah,
Somebody's going out.
okay.
There's
So-
a meeting down in the other room.
So, I sent did everybody get the agenda 2 weeks at the time?
I don't recall seeing it, but
I didn't get an agenda.
I got it.
yeah. Just missed it.
Okay, so one thing I did need to do is, I can't see the email addresses that go out to Barrington Energy. So I was told that your email addresses were on there, but I literally, I'm not able to, privy to see that.
Well,
And I added you on as a guest.
Mhm.
And
yeah, I didn't
you,
get
yeah,
it.
so,
Cause I know you sent me an email later on about, well, I can't add it, no, the agenda's gone out already, and I said, I can get the agenda.
all right, well, then let's troubleshoot that after the meeting's
Yeah.
over, because I did send it out 2 weeks ahead so that people had time to review links and stuff.
My,
So, as far as that goes, I think it's important for everybody to look at the video before any, like, we can't really have a discussion on it if you're not familiar about it. And I will ask I'll ask New Hampshire Clean Energy why, I would like to know why the town has to approve it. I just want to understand it, it's a big deal. But, my impression was it was something of a no-brainer in that, of course, you want there to be easy lending for energy efficiency projects. I mean, that just seems obvious to me. And it isn't, it's a loan between the commercial developer and a private
Yeah.
place. It doesn't really, which again confuses me as to why we have to approve it, but anyway.
Is there a listing under energy efficiency of what that means? I mean, solar or insulation or heat recovery system? What's encompassed in energy efficiency?
They do address that in the Q&A on the
Okay.
program to some extent. If that doesn't answer your question, let me know and I can get more information on it. But my impression was it was pretty wide scope. Jack, I know you were in contact with or trying to be in contact with the rec building folks.
Well, so the number you gave me, Jim,
yeah.
was actually the contractor,
Oh,
On
from whom
the-
I got no response.
From the rec building?
After leaving a couple of voicemails, I was the contractor.
so what was the original query you had? I'm sorry, can you just refresh my memory about that?
Well, so they were looking, that makes sense, the contractor was looking for grant money to do an audit. So I called her and said, I'd be happy to help you,
Like,
and I got no response, but then I
it's
also,
Stephanie's number, right?
called, CDFA,
Mhm.
looking, because that's where we got the last
Yep.
grant money from,
Yep.
and there's nothing.
The audit that we
Yeah, but-
did on the rec center, isn't that available?
Well, it's kind of out of date now, since I think they're looking to do an audit on the new building, maybe they were gonna do a blower door test and some other stuff.
Oh, they want to do one after the renovation,
Yes, I don't know, that came coming back, so.
or while it's in progress, I guess, like a blower door
Do
test.
they know
That's the
that,
number I gave you, right?
Yeah.
That's your cell phone.
Yeah, she never called me back.
Doesn't surprise me.
okay, Jim, you know if they're aware an audit was done? I mean,
We're given all that.
Okay.
They're given the results and everything,
Yeah, so they
all
may,
that study and everything, they were given all that information way back,
they
years
may,
ago.
are
year and a
interested in
half.
doing it on after the fact, like a blower door test and
Probably after the fact.
stuff like that, but I couldn't, there's no money. I mean, there might
How
be,
much is a blower
there
door
might
test
be
cost?
some money, blower door tests aren't that expensive, but you won't have somebody just come out and do that, if you wanna come out and do a whole. Yeah.
Thermal imaging and stuff.
Although, Toby has a blower door. I wonder if we could get them to just pay for Toby's time to go vote dirt.
I guess the first question is, what is it that they're looking to
Well, right, but I
do?
didn't get anything
You
back.
know, I hear you. Who was it that you were in contact with? It was
Stephanie and Torino.
so the construction firm.
Yeah.
She's a project manager.
Let me,
Oh, God.
I'll start pestering her more. I tried a couple times, didn't
What's her last name?
get more aggressive.
Yes.
Karen Brona? Karen.
It's not.
You did, this is it right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
Captain Bona?
that's her phone number. Castello?
Oh.
Castoldi. She's a project manager.
okay,
So,
all right, I'll
I've got
start,
her office number too. if you
I'll
want
start
that.
pestering, yeah, cell phone's probably better. I'll start pestering again tomorrow and see if I can get to exactly what they're looking to do.
Yeah, I mean, give it your best shot, and we just haven't had good luck assisting. But
Yeah.
I think it's always worth an effort to keep trying.
Okay.
I mean, as your time permits. So, I've done a couple of things to, I don't know, organize us. There's I took a look at our website and updated basic stuff like correcting the roster. And making sure our meeting times were changed to once a month. I would very much like it if somebody is able to read through the page and just bring a list of changes for approval to our next meeting, anything that's out of date or whatever. I'm expecting that would take about an hour. And if it goes longer than that, just do what you can in an hour. Is that something you'd be able to do, Rob?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Did you have Tiffany make the updates that you asked for? Or?
No, I learned how to do it myself.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, ish. It was some guesswork back, but I got it down mostly.
Yeah.
I also created a Google Drive account for us that we can all use, and it has all the energy files in it, and they're available. So what I'll do is I'll send the password for that out to everybody, but
Is this the same Google account that Paul had? Or?
he was sharing with us, so it was all on his Google Drive, and I was going to transfer it to mine, and then I thought, you know what, this is supposed to be readily retrievable for the town, and it doesn't seem like I want that mingled in with my own stuff, so I set up an account just for us.
Because the town this is great, but the town will give you space on their shared servers. I mean, I was in a meeting here this morning for the History and Trails group, and they have a SharePoint site they set up for us, if we wanted that. This is great, if you're
Yes, I
comfortable with it.
asked if it was okay to use this and not theirs, because I wasn't familiar with their system, and I
Perfect.
didn't want
Yeah.
to.
Socrates into
And it was already in a Google
Yeah.
format, so.
Yeah.
So I'll distribute the password to everybody, after the meeting. And then let's see here. But actually, you can access like our agendas in there and our minutes and everything, so should be.
And I do have your agenda here, and it's in the email.
Yep, okay, great.
What day was that even?
It was, on this, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before.
October 25th.
I don't have that email.
Well, then I must have mistyped your email address. It didn't
I
kick back.
got emails from you on the 24th and the 23rd, but not the 25th.
It's the 25th.
Okay, but Doug, you didn't get it either?
Well, I don't think so. I just,
Okay.
I had done a search and the latest one was like from 3 weeks ago and, but I don't recall seeing one
All right.
recently.
Well, so like I
I'll check
said,
it.
I'm mailing to Barrington Energy, New Hampshire, whatever, and I can't even see who's on there,
Yeah,
so.
It always was on it. I don't know why.
Well, anyway,
I'll look and see it.
we'll do a
Let you
test
know.
later. I do think it's important for us to have, some social media presence. I think it's been helpful for the library to have social media presence. It's sort of a two-way path to see what people are saying. So misinformation can be corrected, and to deliver correct information to people. The town does have a Facebook policy. I haven't, if anybody wants to look at it, but it's kind of what you'd expect. One option is we can request a high school student to help us with it. The kids that are in the National Honors Program need volunteer hours to meet their requirements. And I spoke to the volunteer hour coordinator, and she said, if we wish to have one of them assist us with it, and the idea would be like, we tell them, please generate this content, then we approve it, and then they post it, basically. Then we would have to draft a description of what we would like them to do in approximate hours per week. So I just want to open that up for discussion. Facebook in general and using this resource as a possibility versus one of us managing it.
I'm all for B, having someone like that manage it. It's really figuring out what the strategy is, and what we want to be regularly posting, right? What is that?
Well, I think it would be responding to misinformation. And so say if we had a warrant article for CPACER, that would be a place for information about that. I don't see it being something that gets posted all the time.
I think showing this, fortunately, money, right? Showing the savings of electricity
Yep.
for the library on a given month, given year, that goes a long way, especially where those were purchased. The panels were purchased for non-taxpayer money.
Yep.
It's actually savings every month.
Well, these were purchased with non-taxpayer money too.
Right. So I mean, like this
Yeah.
and the library.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I think things like say a research program called New Hampshire Saves. Just every
Or even the poverty fields, that's
Poverty
bills,
planes,
right?
yeah.
Planes. Yeah. But then, highlighting the tens of thousands that the town is saving.
yeah. I mean, and I see this being pretty like once a month you post something, or maybe
But then,
twice.
but then it gets shared, right?
Yeah.
So the town government Facebook page can post it as well.
Yeah. And it can go on community connections, and then somebody, I think me, made a fake Facebook account for myself today. Looks at it and sees if there's misinformation coming up, then that gets politely corrected.
Which is tricky. You're good at it.
I think the library,
Sometimes.
The library did an amazing job with that.
library foundation, I think benefited hugely from, and Diane St. Jean was our master for that. But, absorbing the starky blows that come in.
Yeah.
And having been a sort of a central reply guideline set up that we weren't out to start brush fires or anything like that, I would, from the library's point of view, like to be collaborating with the Energy Committee to get out, one, the benefits of having that solar stuff up there. And not just extolling the solar benefit, but the other things that we did in the library that turn into, I put this together for the Sunday, but it basically outlines the kinds of things that, I don't know if you saw that, but there are lots of things that you can.
Yes, thank you.
This is great. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the kind of thing where you hand that piece of paper to the high school kid, you say, generate a Facebook posting based on this information, we then approve it or modify it and approve it. And, I don't know if, it's just something we can try with a high school kid. It doesn't have to do that. I'm open to other ideas too. I've never posted anything on Facebook or used Facebook for even a nanosecond of my life. So, I mean, I suppose I could learn, but I'm certainly not going to be producing beautiful looking content because I've never done.
No, a lot of it is just making reasonable, non-confrontational responses to silly things. Really not, it's not that hard to do it without, in a voice.
Yeah, and there's two, the responding to craziness is whatever, I can handle that. I worked with the general public for a long time.
And the nice thing about having that account is that your name, a name doesn't go with it.
Yeah, it's just
a combination of
energy.
respond.
Right.
Or the
Right.
energy respond.
But it does give the energy more attention.
You know, when you have the students, I mean, you obviously have to have more than the students, right? Because then you can't trust the students to be the ones to make responses either. Right?
No, they wouldn't be, they would, my idea for this was, we would tell them, please make something that tells people about New Hampshire Saves.
Yeah.
Please present that at our meeting or email it to me or whatever. We'll approve it or we'll ask you to make some changes and then we'll post it. And the responding to things would be one of us doing that.
We tossed an idea out to Paul Hamish a number of months back, and I think we also, Cynthia, talked about this. I've been, since my father pointed out to me that roof thermal bridges, while cute, are problems, you know, and so you see the lattice work of the frame, the rafters of the house.
Yeah.
Well, you know, many people don't understand what that's about. And I thought about putting together the various ways in which a new snowfall roof melt occurs around town in a somewhat anonymous way. To say, this is good, this is not good at all.
The
You
giant
know, we love
icicles
your-
hanging off, yeah.
And so a Facebook account would allow for that kind of sort of publicity, if you will, or education
Yep,
to occur.
yep.
I think there are a lot of advantages to it.
Hey,
Hey folks, how are you?
good, how are you?
Good, good. Have a great night. Thanks. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of it.
All right, you as well.
Good night, Connor.
Yeah, I think the trick is, you know, making it into digestible pieces. 'Cause we all
Absolutely.
know people's attention spans, particularly on, say, Facebook.
5
Which
seconds.
this is not.
Right,
Yeah.
but a piece of it, you could have one of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
charts and then
Yeah,
a short paragraph explaining it.
Has-
You know,
Has anybody here got a Facebook account?
I have several.
Oh, okay.
We can friend you.
This is a little disingenuous, don't you think? It's Facebook and you're never really.
I'm not a fan of it.
But you can also have multiple administrators, so it isn't all on one person, or, you know, other people.
So what, since everybody except me has a Facebook account, what do you think is the most practical way to approach this where we can get some content out there that's educational? Because that was one of the things we wanted to work on.
I would say before you do anything, you want to have a 6-month list of topics.
Okay.
So we don't
Yeah.
start one and then suddenly go, crap, what are we doing this month?
Brainstorm as a group, like
Yeah.
a list of topics, right? And all you need is just like a few sentences in each one. Keep it simple. If you have a nice photo or something that we can put with it, the things that show up in the news, right? Like
Yep.
there's something Foster's in the someday, any of those kinds of things, we can post those.
Yeah.
I mean, I did,
Yeah.
blog. Yeah, just, you know, having photos, graphs, whatever, you know, something visual really matters because nobody wants to read this text.
And it's important to kind of cross-pollinate between, the foundation does a good job going through different community pages and different groups, right?
Mhm.
Because it's a weird dichotomy of people in some groups and not other groups, and
Yeah.
naysayers are in all the groups. But
Universal.
Yeah, that is universal. There's always some negative Nancy. All right, so maybe at our next meeting, we'll just have a brainstorm. We'll have 20-minute brainstorming, 15 to 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. And then we think maybe just hold off on asking for any help from the kids, okay? We received a request from the ABC to provide them with a report of the year of generation, which we had up through October, and Paul just sent me well, I guess he just sent me October, yeah. Jack, were you taking over the evil spreadsheet?
Mhm.
Awesome, I love that news.
Since I'm its creator, yes. I birthed that awful thing.
You birthed it, well, anyway.
Actually, I'm not sure he made it better. I had it so it was an annual thing, and he's broken it into months, and it's like, I really like to see the annual trend, not the monthly trend, but.
So, let's see here,
Go
what
back
we
and
get.
rebuild it.
Monthly stuff makes people who are unaware of the annuals, all of those
Yeah,
yeah,
things that,
Yeah,
you know, well, how can you rely on a system, you know?
So what do they want? Do they want,
What was their request?
a value of energy generated?
I think they wanted to know, like, how the ROI prediction was going, was one of the, let me see.
Well, considering all the money was non-town money.
I know.
Which
100%.
Which is what.
Well, yes.
I think it's always worth making that point. And
Well, and they probably just want for budgeting,
Well, yeah, we can help them budget for electricity, but you've got those bills anyway, they have an impact.
Yeah, they were. Make sure,
I know what it
so
is.
they actually said.
Next week, we're going up on the roof, ripping up September. It's funny, it only happens at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a perfectly clear day, when the panels are producing the most amount of energy. So there's a couple connections up there they get to a certain temperature and then but then tomorrow
okay,
it'll be
so
fine.
you sent me a copy of their minutes, Jim, so
Yeah.
let's see here.
Is that the latest minutes? Is that what
The town hall electricity costs have gone down significantly, I would hope so, since the solar panels have been installed. The analysis from the working faculties manager
Yeah,
is attached to the minutes. The Energy Committee has asked to review and update the estimated payoff schedule for the town hall solar following 1 year in service.
once it's 1 year, then you have a base of data then for a whole year. Because we don't have anything until January of 25.
but I think
We weren't getting anything.
right, the savings are all being realized now. The panels were paid off, right? There was no money borrowed, right? And you can say how much it's saved every month.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we
I-
can give them a cost analysis based on the purchase price or the final price of the thing, as well as saying,
but you didn't
technically-
pay for it, yeah.
technically you didn't pay for it, so you're getting all of it.
Yeah, and they're probably looking for areas where the town can save, right? And so they're probably gonna look at the budget and figure out like, well, why haven't you dropped the electric line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But part of that is kilowatts we've used less. Transmission costs have gone up.
Yep.
Like last month's
Well-
bill, we paid $7 for electricity, but $297 or something like that for transmission costs.
Well, we don't have any control over that.
Yes, I realize that, but
From a
we're
budget,
still paying Eversource for a certain,
Well, so we have to make the point
Service.
that last year we paid this much per kilometer for transmission, and now we're paying this much.
yes,
So-
exactly.
So I'm gonna need a year's worth of bills.
And we don't have that until the end of this year.
Well,
but they do the budget before that, right? Sooner than that, so they're
Yeah,
gonna.
we're working on the budget, well, we already submitted the budget, that's how these questions come.
Jim,
But they wanna,
So we'll do
they
it.
wanna know at a year's time,
well,
when we
but
used it for a
a
year.
year from the installation date, which was in, when did it go live?
But we didn't get anything until January 25,
It didn't go
Yeah.
live until
because we had a
January.
third-party electric company,
Well, no.
supplier.
Well, no, that means you didn't get any credit for the access, but you
Exactly.
still reduced.
Yeah.
Cost to the bill.
Because it's before the meter, so
Yeah.
it's still.
Right.
All right, so, is there a one contact person that I should reply to about this? Like, who's in charge of the ABC?
The chairman is
Bill Irving?
Bill Irving, I believe, is the chairman.
Do you know what his email address is,
I
or?
do not know that. I wanna
Okay,
say
where did
he's
where did the minutes come from? How did you receive them?
chairman. Amy sent them to me,
Amy Doherty?
yes.
And she's a Doherty at Barrington, whatever.
NH.gov, yeah.
Send me a second, just lunch in the morning so I can get on the bills.
You mean next week?
Well, so I have a login for the, Jack, I have a login for all the utility bills for the town.
There you go, that's what he needs.
Yes.
I might have it here
I was
too.
just getting excited about tearing my way away from spreadsheets for a couple of weeks. I guess that's not gonna work out.
I might have it here too.
Okay, so what's left? We got an update from Dan about the Poverty Plains Farm. So he attended Dan Federico attended the October 14th CPCNH meeting. I asked him for an update. He says Poverty Plains Solar Farm in Warner is to go online summer 26. Barrington to get 12.5% net meter credit. There was no upfront cost to the town. CPCNH gets the RECs, so that's why it's profitable for CPCNH. And there'll be more information coming about that, but that was the focus of the October 14th meeting.
So is he gonna continue dealing with
Yes.
CPC?
Yep.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Okay, and then our next meeting will be the first Thursday, and I had thought I would need to change the date because I have to work at an urgent care in Manchester that day until 7 p.m., but they were nice and said I can leave at 6. So I should be here by 7. So that is December 4th.
So I had a little sit down with Tracy
Pardon, Pop?
last week, 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
just to sort of figure out what she was thinking about
Yes.
the energy committee and stuff. And Rob, you were right, they basically, everybody has too much to do and they don't want to participate in the committee so much.
Yeah, I get that.
However, she did say that if we were gonna bring a proposal before the select board or the school board or whatever, that she would be happy to sit down with us and put her forceful stamp on it, because that's what she has opinions, you know, they're.
She does.
Yeah.
They're
So-
expressed.
So, you know, it's another opinion, another word.
Any items you guys want to see on the agenda for next month?
You can brainstorm Facebook ideas,
Yeah, that's true.
PR ideas in general.
Speaking of that, I did just send around, it was like 6 p.m., so I don't suppose many people saw it, but it was material I had for which I showed you later, for the Sunday, the comparison of the disclosure labels for Eversource and.
Oh, yeah,
See.
when they basically,
Yeah, and it just seems like that would be, you could probably do several Facebook posts about that. I usually do one each year anyway, just to point out how
bad it is.
amazing the numbers, well,
Yeah.
good and bad, but.
Yeah. There'd be nothing wrong with doing a Facebook post about what's on your electric bill, for starters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll definitely brainstorm next time about what we want to do for Facebook. And then if everybody can watch the CPACER video, and if you have any questions you want me to get answered, let me know ahead of time so that I can do that. I will send the agenda out a minimum of 7 days ahead of time, so everybody has time to read it. If you don't get it, please let me know. And I'll just right now make sure I have correct emails. See here. Doug, what's your email?
Just D Bogan, DVOGEN, at Metrocast.
Robert
That's just,
Gibson
take a picture.
at UNH.edu.
That's yours, Robert. You got the agenda right? And Jim, you didn't?
I didn't get it, no.
All right, well, let's see what's going on with that. Sent. Over. Oh, I know I didn't